Nagaland Minister for Health and Family Welfare S. Pangnyupom claimed to have amongst the best manpower and international standard equipment in the state, and he said it depends on the citizens to make the best use of the facilities. Addressing the inauguration of Biosafety Lab Level 2 in Tuensang, the minister urged the citizens to own responsibility of the property and expressed happiness for successfully setting up the third Biosafety Lab after Biosafety Lab Level 3 in Kohima and Biosafety Lab Level 2 in Dimapur. He said Biosafety Lab Level 2 in Tuensang will not only cater to Tuensang but also to other neighboring districts like Longlang, Mon, Kifere and Noklak district, and exuded confidence that the people of Tuensang, along with the district hospital and the chief medical officer staff, will do justice in serving its people. Asserting that one of the strategies to combat the virus was by increasing the testing capacity, he said BSL-2 was not meant only for the diagnosis of COVID-19 but also to be used to diagnose other diseases such as TB, HIV, hepatitis B and C. Pom said the testing of the viral disease can be done within the state now instead of sending outside the state, and lauded the frontline workers who were putting up a good fight to ensure that the citizens are safe. After the recent spate of press statements over the demand for early solution to Naga political issue, NSCNIM delegation led by its chairman Q Tuku and leaders of 14 apex Naga tribal Hohos of Nagaland held a meeting on August 26th that reportedly lasted for nearly 5 hours. Highly placed sources in NSCNIM informed that the meeting was initiated to clear out any possible misunderstanding between the two parties. The source described the meeting as good. The source further disclosed that the apex Naga tribal Hohos of Nagaland denied any sort of collusion with Government of India representative and interlocutor for Naga peace talks R.N. Ravi to undermine or derail the talk between Government of India and NSCNIM. It may be mentioned that the pace and progress of the Naga political issue towards resolution had suffered a setback when NSCNIM demanded replacement of R.N. Ravi as Government of India's interlocutor. Meanwhile, reports have come in that the centre is firm on its September deadline to conclude the decades-old Naga peace talks by signing a final peace accord in which all stakeholders will be signatories. Union Minister of Jal Shakti Gajendra Singh Shekhawat held a review meeting with Chief Minister of Nagaland Nephew Rio through video conference to discuss the progress of Jal Jeevan Mission implementation in the state. Jal Jeevan Mission or JMM is under implementation in partnership with states to provide drinking water to every rural household of the country. Taking to Twitter, Shekhawat stated that Nagaland was aiming to provide 100% tap connections to every household by 2024. Held a joint review meeting with Chief Minister of Nagaland Nephew Rioji through VC today and discussed on the progress of implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission in the state. Nagaland aims to become 100% Har Ghar Jal state, with every household having a tap connection by 2024, Shekhawat tweeted. The mission is not just about creating physical infrastructure, but also forging partnerships with various organizations for smooth implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission. 4 members of a dwindling tribe in India's far-off Andaman Islands have tested positive for coronavirus, officials said, as the country reported 75,760 new infections, the highest single-day rise. The Great Andamanis are one of the 6 tribes of Mongoloid and African origin who have lived in the Andamans in the Bay of Bengal for thousands of years. Dr. Avijit Roy, who is leading the fight against the outbreak of COVID-19 in the islands, said that they had run tests on the Great Andamanis living on one of the coral reef islands in the archipelago, and 4 of them have turned out to be positive. They have been moved to hospital, he said. Officials believe the men may have traveled to the main Andaman Islands and caught the disease. The London-based Survival International said authorities must work to prevent the virus reaching other remote tribes. Manchester United midfielder Paul Pogba has been left out of the France squad after testing positive for coronavirus. The 27-year-old had been named in the World Champions squad for upcoming fixtures against Croatia and Sweden, but now has been forced out of the consideration for selection. Pogba has been replaced in this champs squad by Rennes midfielder Eduardo Camavinga, while international teammate Tanguy Ndombele of Tottenham Hotspur also misses out. Pogba will spend the next 14 days in isolation, meaning he will miss the start of Manchester United's pre-season preparations, which begin next week following their extended 2019-2020 season as they reach the Europa League semi-finals. With positive cases rising all across the nation, the COVID-19 status of northeastern states are: like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for all the latest news that matters and stories that inspire.